Hello, my name is David Hill. I'm Head of Business Development at SeaSource Offshore Limited. SeaSource Offshore is a very dynamic business, having come from fishing, but also looking at, out there many years, 10 years ago we started, looking at the diversification of our industry. And the offshore renewables came along, so we decided to set up a separate branch and focus on offshore renewables and opportunities that came on that. I want to thank Invest.NI for giving me the opportunity here today to present. It was through a partnership with them that led us to the success of quite a few contracts, but also the encouragement to take our business forward. SeaSource very much looks upon itself as an innovation meets tradition. We were the tradition, and along came innovation. Innovation in wind farms, innovation in telecommunication cables, innovation in renewable power throughout Europe, where new cables are being deployed to transport the renewable electric to and from other countries. Of course, this is also happening in America now, and we have been working in Connecticut, doing the same thing, offering our services to local fishing communities around there to interact with the renewable companies and the offshore companies to provide a balance between the two to ensure that social economics is met to local communities and that it creates a more peaceful resolution moving forward. Our vision is to ensure that our voice is heard in the blue economy, whilst at the same time getting some social economic value out of that. This helps our industry through legislation and through administration that's become more difficult. So we see the sustainability of fishing as being part of the renewable side of life. So as these come along, we do some fishing, but we also do a lot of the wind farms, and that brings us social economic value. Again, we have very strong values. Our people, as you will see, our people, our place, our products, our philosophy, our pride, our promise. These are all something that we believe in to ensure that we deliver a good service and maintain strong values from where we come from. Our services are diverse. We offer a range of services, skills. We provide asset monitoring. We provide vessels, guard vessels. We provide marine mammal observers. We provide a lot of these services that are well known in the offshore renewable industry today. Why choose us? Because we're a fishing industry. In a past life, I was the chair of the United Kingdom Fishing Organization, so we're well known throughout Europe. We understand the challenges of fishermen locally and the co-location of grounds, but how we can mitigate and help them, plus the projects to come to an agreement. We have fleet reliability. We have access up to 35 vessels, 36 vessels, which we deploy regularly. They're very efficient fleet. All vessels meet the standard that we deploy. All the crews are fully trained to STCW. So we're there at that standard, delivering that standard. Our ISOs, we have all the accreditations that we need, and we are experts in a lot of the marine environment within the North Atlantic. I personally have spent this last 40 years at sea, practically most around the north of Europe. We aim to do a lot of things. So we aim to reduce the gear conflict between developer and fishing. We want to do that in an effective way that sees both the client getting what he wants, but also the fishing communities getting a bit of what they want. So there's a balance in between, and we've evidence of proof of many deals that we've done. We've been able to reduce that conflict. Safety is a big thing for us. The safety of fishermen and the safety of the cable and the asset that we're protecting, and all that goes with that. If that's done correctly, we reduce the downtime. That means that the client gets his asset into where it needs to be and gets it protected, and then everybody is happy to work with that. Some of the other services we provide, we do pre-fishing surveys and post-fishing surveys to measure the impact of the wind farm or the cable in the area. We provide JNCC qualified marine mammal observers. Of course, this is around every wind farm now whenever the construction is happening, and this is very important that we observe that wildlife and make sure that it's properly measured and document it and report it back to the client. Asset monitoring over this last 7 years, we've provided not only to have a guard vessel, but the guard vessels on site. We have created a whole IT package around that, where we can give the client full access to all movement around the site using AIS and satellite tracking systems. All our boats carry a full reporting system which delivers back to our hub every 5 minutes the data on site, as well as providing remote asset monitoring, where we have dedicated 24/7 people in the office to monitor what's going on around projects. The technology, again, this is how we manage the system. All vessels are logged, all transmissions are received. So if there's an oncoming target coming into the area of our asset protection, the cable, then we have a vessel to deploy, and they quickly track the vessel, they can record the vessel, and it means if there is an incident that we have all that fully recorded in our database and can be provided in incident reports if there's ever a follow-up. We're looking to partner for qualified marine mammal observers, ornithologists, masters and crew, very interesting vessel operators, drone operators. Of course, there's a lot of seabed site scans and onboard liaison. The onboard liaison is to operate between the fishing and the client. All these services are very, very important. They're very niche. And again, as I say, we do provide world-class service to the offshore industry. Thank you for your time. Contact details are on the slide. As seen, thank you very much and have a nice day.